Alright everybody, what is going on? Here we are, finally. It's only been a day, but here we are, level 10 links, 200% rainbow showcase for the new Super Saiyan Carnival Goku. Vegeta and Trunks. You know, the first time we've ever gotten a Carnival Super Saiyan Goku, or just a Carnival Goku LR in general, right? Like, never seen one of these guys before. Look at him, there he is. You know, definitely. Oh, but, you know, it is Vegeta and Trunks, though. You know, they are here. Before we hop into anything, I want to talk about two things. One is my build. I went 11 additional, 2 crit, and 24 dodge. You're probably wondering why I put any crit here. I like to have a number in the box. That's the reason. So this is the build I went with a lot of raw, just attack equips, right? So I actually had this on Vegeta and Trunks, the LR, and I pulled it off of them, and I threw it on this guy. So, you know, if I end up not liking them, maybe I'll put it back on Vegeta and Trunks. But anyway, here they are, level 10 links. These are the categories. This is the second thing I wanted to talk about. I guess because they're saying that this Vegeta is prior to, like, the, you know, what is it? The, you know, like, when Trunks, like, dies in the Cell Saga, right? I guess they're saying this is prior to that, so they're not on Bond of Parent and Child, which kind of sucks. I was actually getting ready to run them in my battlefield setup to do, like, my weekly missions, because I had forgotten to do those this week, and, I went to go put them on the team, and I was like, wait, are they on the team? And they're not, so that kind of sucks. But anyway, these are their teams. We'll go over that all at the end, their passive, everything like that. They're starting out here at 254k defense. I'm going to go ahead and float off Bulma, get her on the other rotation. That way she can be providing support from there. And we're just going to throw them in slot 1. I mean, they have type advantage here, and these guys, I mean, they're not hitting that hard, so they'll be fine. And we can get all of these delicious int orbs right here. So one thing I do want to talk about them, like their main gimmick in their passive is that they get an additional attack that has a 50% chance to be a super attack every time you collect 3 key spheres with them, up to 3 additional attacks. So you need to get 9 key spheres in order for them to be at, like, their full potential, which means that they're really going to benefit from being around a rainbow orb changer. They do create int orbs themselves, but in type orb changing alone is not very reliable, but you start comboing it with other rainbow orb changers, and that's where it can be really powerful. So that's part of the reason why I wanted to run them on this team for their 200% showcase. For their actual world tour, I think we'll just run their team. On JP, if you're a player on there, you have access to the LR, Broly, and Trunks from the story mode, who's a pretty solid rainbow orb changer. I mean, he's not great, but you can get it done with him, right? And you can just kind of, like, hide him a little bit. In most fights, it just depends, right? But on, you know, global, we don't really have many Super Saiyan Rainbow Orb Changers. We have this guy, but because his EZA was kind of fumbled a little bit earlier in the year, I don't want to say he's fumbled, but he's just undertuned, right? Like, he doesn't hold up in any of the new content that we've gotten throughout the year. But for the showcase, I mean, he's going to be fine. So here we are, 10 orbs. That's going to get us up to 24 key. We do have 7 out of 7 links activated because these guys just have a basic, like, Super Saiyan link set. Same thing as this guy. And then we're going to be able to get support from Bulma at the end here. So we're going to see a really great turn here off the bat. Remember that after their first turn, they will carry over the stacks from their 18 key onto the next, and their 12 key, right? Hang on. Yeah, their 12 key carries over as well, but it's just attack. They carry over the defense on their 18 key. But regardless, their second turn is where they're going to be at full power after we get a barrage of attacks in here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and grab Bulma's orbs here and get moving. This unit, I'm kind of torn on where I'm going to land on them exactly. I mean, you can see here, 17 million attack stat to start out here is obviously very good, considering they can do 4 more attacks, because we have 3 from the passive. Oh, they just killed him anyway. But we had potentially 3 from the passive coming in there, and then the hidden potential for a total of 4 possible attacks coming in after that. 3 guaranteed, and then, you know, the hidden potential, you have to roll it, but doing 4 attacks, you're going to get the hidden potential with these guys most of the time if you're getting them a lot of orbs. So I'm going to go ahead and cut here. We'll come back. Sorry it took so long to get that 17 million attack stat, but there was some stuff I wanted to talk about with these guys. So we're going to keep talking. We're going to be back in just a second. Alright, we're back here, and this is actually a different run. Same rotation, pretty much same conditions, except for we do have Bulma support on this time. We actually died on the last time. We're kind of getting bullied here a little bit. Some people are taking a little bit more damage than I would like them to on these off rotations, but Anyway, some things to talk about here, right? These guys are super effective against all types, which is really nice. That's why in my build, I went just mostly dodge, because they already have potentially 3 built-in additionals, just depending on your orbs. They already have super effective against all types, and then on their active skill turn, they also get guaranteed crits. So I don't really ever see the need to go for, like, anything but dodge on these guys, right? And their weakness, like, I don't know, 80% of units released this year, 90% of units released this year. Somebody can, like, count them all up and let me know the statistics, but they need to super attack first in order to be good defensively. So, yeah, I went for the defense because, you know, it's like you only have to dodge 1 or 2 AoEs in a fight, right? And giving yourself 25 dodge, that gives you a 1 in 4 chance to dodge that one attack, right? Because after they super attack, you put them in slot 2, they're going to be fine, right? You're not running this unit in slot 1, so just giving them that really high dodge chance, you know, give them a good chance to dodge that AoE. Then after that, you're fine probably with this unit, so long as you can finish the fight quickly. Another nice thing about this unit is that they do a lot of damage, so you can finish the fight quickly with this unit. One thing that I do kind of like about this unit, right, is that you get their their extra 30% damage reduction for 5 turns. Which is basically 3 rotations unless you float them, right? I mean, it's 5 turns. So we still have it up right here. But then, you know, you have their active skill. And the nice thing about their active skill, like, let's say you're in a fight like Omega, and you get to Omega, you're on turn 7 with this unit, their passive is already worn out, and you need some extra, you know, defense, like, you need some extra defense, right? Well, you have their active skill, which is going to activate, if we look in their passive, they get 130% attack and defense when attacking, right? So their active skill will actually proc that, and you'll take basically whatever you see at the start of turn, so like right here, it would be 432, 196, you multiply by 2.3, and that's going to be their post-super defense here. So we take 432, 196, I'm just going to switch over to this real quick, and we multiply by 2.3, so after we use their active skill, if we use it on this turn, they're going to be over 900, or they're going to be like basically at this number right here, 994,050. That's going to be their defense. And then they'll get a little bit more when they super attack. But that's a little bit more complicated. If you want to know more about their calcs, go watch my calc breakdown video. I talk about it more in depth there. But I just wanted to talk about, like, the active skill, right? And so then getting close to 1,000,000 defense, there's a lot of things that you're going to be able to survive with 1,000,000 defense before you attack, right? So that's kind of like nice synergy. It's like, okay, you lost the 30% damage reduction, but as long as you can wrap up the fight here, then, you know, you're good, right? And the nice thing about the active skill is that it gives you guaranteed crits, right? So, anywho, let's go ahead and get this rotation. Remember that they're going to be a lot more powerful here because we got their... Well, I guess we just got one 18-key stack last turn. But still, that attack stat's going to carry over, and we're going to be at a higher attack stat here. So there's our 9 orbs that we need. We healed up a little bit. As long as Rosé doesn't super us immediately, we should be fine. And even if he did, I think we would survive. That's the perks of having almost 800k HP on this team, right? Very nice. And then let's get God Goku. Or no, hang on. We gotta get this guy's orbs first. Let's grab these, get him the damage reduction. And then God Goku, we can give him that, I guess. That's fine. Okay, let's see how they do here. We do have Bulma support up. All 7 links activated, and we do have 1 stack in from last turn, and they are at an 18.7 million attack stat. Obviously very nice, and they're over 1,000,000 defense, right, post-super attack here, so obviously very good. Not much really else to say about this unit. I mean, here's an attack right here. This is one of their 12 keys. We'll see how they do here. We'll see how they do next turn, right, if we can get a couple of these attack stacks. So we could do 1 more from the passive. Okay, there's that. And then we could do 1 from the hidden potential system. All right, we love going super normal, right? We love getting 3 normals in a row. I mean, they still did decent damage, but their active skill can hit a lot harder if you're getting those stacks up. So I guess we'll come back next turn, and we'll probably just make it the last turn of the video. I mean, there's really not much to talk about these guys. They're just a very basic unit. They're a very solid unit. Like, they're a great example of, like, Dokkan doesn't have to reinvent the wheel to make solid options. Now, as good as they are, I don't think they're in contention for top 4. I think they're in contention for like top 5 through 7, somewhere in there. I'll need to use them, feel them out throughout the, you know, how their team feels, how they feel throughout some of these other events in the game. But, you know, I will probably get a tier list out. I do want to warn you guys just real quick before we move into the last turn and then the breakdown. I am going to be going on vacation, so I'm going to be pre-recording a lot of videos, and videos may be coming out a little bit slower than, like, maybe normally they would in the large celebration. I mean, I've been posting videos pretty slowly since the end of Worldwide, but anyway, just bear with me. I hope you guys all enjoy Christmas. Let's come back for one more rotation, and then we'll move into their breakdown. So, and then we'll just get other showcases going. All right, we're back here, and like I said, we're going to go ahead and make this the final rotation of the video, so go ahead and let me know what you guys think. Again, we do have Bulma support up here. I could wait and get one of the GT duos on rotation, get their support, and make it super crazy, but listen, you go do it yourselves. Let's go ahead and play their active skill here. And then we'll see what their defense hops up to. So here they are again, 432, 196. So they should be at 994050 after they attack here, or after they use their active skill here. So let's go ahead, see what it looks like, hear what it looks like. Their OSTs and animations are all really good too, by the way. So let's go ahead, you know, watch it and put them in slot 1 and see what they do here. All right, there we go. Very nice. So now we should be able to see. Yep, 994,051. What am I forgetting here? Hang on. Okay, I'm not forgetting anything. It rounded up. Dokkan normally doesn't round up. Even whenever you're like, what's the word? Like, even whenever you're close like this, they usually don't. So we must have been like really close on like another decimal or something. This is odd to me that they're rounding up here. Who knows? Maybe Global's just broken at the moment. Anyway, so 994k defense right here. They have 30% damage reduction. Like, obviously they're good. And then they're going to get more on super attack. Now, a lot of people are going to fall into the trap of going, oh, they get 50% on super, right? Like, you can see right here, oh, greatly raised. That's 50%. Excuse me. I burped. I don't know if you guys heard it, but I tried to mute as fast as I could. But anyway, so like right here, right? 994,050. Oh, people just go, hang on. 994,051. People just go, oh, you multiply by 1.5. Boom, they're at 1.49 million defense. No, that is incorrect. So first, we got to take 994,051. We got to divide out the 50% stack that they already have from last turn. So we divide by 1.5. Okay, so that gets us to 662,700. Now we multiply by 2. This is going to be their post-super attack defense here. If you're wondering why we do that, it's because we have to take out the 50% stack that we already have from last turn. So that's what we're doing. We're dividing by 1.5. We're taking out that 50% stack that we already have, right? And then we're multiplying in 2 stacks together. Because we have last turn's stack, you guys can't see it, but I'm holding up my left hand as if I'm holding an orb. And then we have this turn's stack. And I'm holding up my right hand as if I have another orb. And then we mush those together, right? 50%, 50%, shove them together. Now we have one orb in the middle. That's where my hands are. And we have a total of 100% stack, right? If we do it like I did the first way, and we just multiply straight 994,051 times 1.5, then we're basically multiplying the 1.5 that's already included in there. So we have to divide that out, turn it into a 2, and then multiply that 662,700 by 2. So we're at 1.325 million defense here post-super attack with 30% damage reduction. Very nice. We're going to be shooting out, you know, potentially 5 super attacks here, which is obviously very good. And then, yeah, I mean, that's all there is to it, right? 1.3 million defense, 30% damage reduction, potentially 5 super attacks that are hitting really hard. If you give them dodge, then they can dodge. They already are super effective against all types. They lead a pretty decent team. They have a really good link set. 19.98 million attack stat right here. Again, this could be up a little bit higher if we had gotten more additional super attacks last turn. We got all of our additionals, but we got normals on all of them, so... Oh, and by the way, all attacks are crits because of the active skill. All right, there we go. Finally, get me an additional, please. Oh, I feel like it's going to be really common for me to see super, normal, 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 normal. Like, that's all I'm going to see this entire time using this unit. There we go. 3 super attacks is pretty good. I feel like if you're getting 3 super attacks, that's, like, about all you can ask for them. 2, you're going to feel a little cheated. 1, you're going to feel scammed. I feel like if you get 4 super attacks, you're like, oh, that was a crazy turn. And if you get 5, you're going, woo! You know what I mean? Like, you're going crazy. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and move into the breakdown. Let me know what you think. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not staying for the breakdown, peace out. See you next time, and I'll catch you guys in the breakdown. All right, this is All Out Battle, Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta, and Super Saiyan Trunks. Very nice. Their leader skill is the Super Saiyans category, Key 3, 200% the stats. Pretty decent category, all things considered. I talked about it a little bit in my breakdown. It's okay. It's got some really good units. It's got some units that should have been better on it, but it's got enough that you can build a cohesive team here and take it into hard content, and you should have enough HP and wiggle room to really get around. So that's nice. It's going to be a little tough because this unit is really a slot 2 unit, and I don't ever like when my leader units are slot 2 units. I mean, there are a lot of slot 2 leader units in the game. Some of them can get away with it, just depending on their team build. This is a team, though, that doesn't have many slot 1 options. So you're really going to be relying on, like, having God Goku and having Future Gohan, and if you didn't summon for Future Gohan, like, he's going to be probably the most powerful unit on the team, God Goku being number 2 or 3, with this unit being, you know, the other one, 2 or 3, so it's just heavily top-heavy at the moment, and, you shouldn't be summoning for this unit anyway. Just real quick, before we hop into the rest of the breakdown, I do want to talk about their banner, because I did get some pushback. I got a comment that was like, oh, you're just salty, you know, like, let people summon for what they want. And, you know, definitely summon for whatever you want, but guys, you can't, like, look at this, guys, look at this banner, this is so bad. Like, why? Like, if you summon on this, and you're like, oh, I just got this LR, this is crazy, Carnival LR, oh, where are you using him? This guy helping you against fusions? No. But, anyway, you know, it's just like, there's not value here, on this banner. It's like, if you don't pull this unit, you may get some unfeatured LRs, and you could get a good one that's easy aid. I mean, you could get, you know, like the LR Android, you could get maybe Janemba, but even Janemba's, like, aged out. You know, it's like, there's just not much in here. Like, this guy's not great. Golden Frieza's good, but he's been on several free ticket banners, and you can just pick him up with coins at this point. Obviously, Bulma's good. Like, if you summon on this banner, you do 1 discounted multi, and you get Bulma, like, walk away. You know, if you do 1 multi and you get this guy and you get him, like, again, walk away. But this is just not a valuable use of your stones, guys. Like, come on. Like, look at this. With New Year's step-ups coming out soon, you're going to be able to get a lot more value typically on those than you are on this. Like, if you do not get this unit, you're getting utter just, like, a waste of space. Like, this guy's okay. This guy's okay. The rest of these units, though, he's, like... He's between, like, this guy and this guy. Or, like, he's between him and him. Like, this guy's just okay. This guy's not good. This guy's somewhere in between that. Like, like, if this guy's, like, a 3 and this guy's a 1, he's, like, a 2 or something. I don't know. But it's just, like, there's just not value here. That's what I want to say about this banner. It's like, whenever I say don't summon on this, it's because you're not getting value for your stones. They make it look all crazy. Oh, double raids, Divine Dragon. Guys, it is 12 featured units. It is only slightly better than maybe, like, a Dokkan Fest banner. it's not worth it. You know, like on a Dokkan Fest banner, if you don't pull the main featured unit, there's usually at least one other, solid option that's equivalent or better. Like if we're looking at Android 21's banner, like if we just go back here, I'm sorry, we're going off on a tangent real quick about summoning, but like let's say you don't get 21 on this banner and you get like Gamma 1. Like that's still a pretty solid unit. You don't get 21, but you get Android 17 and 18. They are still really solid somehow all these years later, right? So there's still value. Like there's still some like loser options on here. But, there are some units that can really help out your box and help fill it out if you don't just get, like, the main unit, right? And it's just a better pool. Like, you get one of these units, and you at least get a leader unit. Like, even if you don't like this unit, at least you're getting, like, a solid leader. You pull, not this banner. It's like you summon on this banner, and you get, I don't know, like, you get this guy. What are you doing with that? I mean, I know it'd be the transformed state, right? Like, it'd be this guy, it'd be Mastered Evolution 130, but what are you doing with this guy if you pull him? Let me know. Let me know what you're doing with this guy. But anyway, back over to their actual breakdown. Don't summon for these guys. I can't stop you if you want to, but you're not getting value for your stones summoning for these guys. Let them come to you. There's nothing that you need these guys for in the game right now. They're probably not going to be the reason you like make or break a win. Maybe if your box is pretty weak and you're just like barely putting together like a Power of Wishes team or something from the 8th anniversary, these guys could be solid for you, but I don't know. I just cannot advise that you guys summon on these banners. Like, I don't know. Anyway, so their super attack effects, their 12 key, rivalry between the 3 great Super Saiyans, greatly raises attack for 3 turns, colossal damage to the enemy. Pretty good. I really wish that there was defense here. I don't think it would have made them broken. It would have made them better. It would have made them probably the best or second best unit in the game. Or maybe like top 4, somewhere in there, right? Like they would have been competing in those like upper echelons of units. But I don't think it would have broken them. I just think it would have future-proofed them. These units released right before the anniversary on JP, which is in like a month. Like literally a month is the anniversary on JP. These guys gotta, they gotta be built to last whatever content is introduced during the anniversary. And if they're just like at the edge, or like if they're just like winning right now, will they be, able to survive and compete in the new stages coming up? So that's kind of the questions that you have to ask. And if they had defense here, the answer would be like, oh, absolutely, this unit will age well. But once you kind of start getting into that mid-range of like those units that are like, yeah, they're pretty solid right now, but they're not in the upper echelon, those are the ones that are like, they're going to fall off sooner. Those upper echelon units are going to, maintain their place longer, kind of like how Tech Ultimate Gohan is still holding on today because he was just so far and away the best like unit whenever he came out. And he's like still holding on. It's like those upper echelon units always have something that just like allow them to grasp relevancy. The 17 and 18 Android unit, Future Gohan will have that. Bulma will have that. Like the GT Duo will have that. Like those really just great units, they can just maintain relevance. But whenever you're just good, it's a lot easier for you to fall off, especially whenever it's like these units, it's not like they're going to get another buff. It's not like getting a huge support unit is going to help these guys out. Kind of like how the original 13 movie Carnival Goku fell off. Or not Carnival. The 13 movie Spirit Bomb absorbed LR Goku, who was like the Christmas banner a few years ago. Kind of like how he was like insane on release, but it was like, he was just kind of tapped out. Like when he released, there just wasn't anywhere for him to go. So I don't know really what I'm trying to say by all that, other than to say, like, don't be surprised if this unit ages out faster than, like, other premium units released this year, I guess is what I would say. But they are good. They're good right now, which is nice, but you shouldn't be summoning for them right now. So will they be good when they come back? That's a question. So we'll see. Ultra Super Attack is the triple key wave. It greatly raises attack and defense for 3 turns. Mega colossal damage to the enemy. That's 50% attack for 3 turns. Or attack and defense for 3 turns. Very nice. We like that. Passive skill activates entrance animation once only. Attacks effective against all types. By the way, their entrance animation is awesome. Love this. This is like really, really good. And then attacks effective against all types and reduces damage received by 30% for 5 turns from the character's entry when there are another 2 or more Super Saiyans or movie hero category allies upon the character's entry on the team. This is very nice. This is a very like simple condition. You just got to get two other Super Saiyans or two other movie heroes. I mean, I kind of scrolled down here earlier, but you know, it's like um, this guy's on Super Saiyan, he's still solid. This guy can still be used. You know, I mean, they lead Super Saiyans obviously. God Goku is good, so like this future Gohan is amazing. So there are several good Super Saiyan units right now, which is something that we do like to see. Key 3, 180% attack and defense at the start of turn, which is really nice. Additional 130% when attacking. Again, this is multiplicative to this, so pretty nice. Additional 3 key per int key sphere obtained. I mean, this is good if you get a lot of int key spheres, but I really wish they had more key in their passive. This is going to be a unit where if you kind of get shafted with key, they could start crumbling down a little bit too. You know, they worked really well in the setup that I had because I kind of had a lot of Rainbow Orb Changers around them. But once I start running their team, I don't have access to as many Rainbow Orb Changers. I would love to be able to bring this guy, but I can't. Like, I just can't bring this guy. You know, this unit, if they easy A and become really good, I don't want to say soon, but, you know, within the next 6 months, which I don't want to say it's out of the realm of possibilities, but it's probably not going to happen. You know, like they could be pretty solid, but these guys really need a Rainbow Orb Changer around them, and there's not really one accessible to them on their team. Luckily, they are on a couple 200% leaders here who do have Rainbow Orb Changers, so that's how we were able to make it work, right? Bulma makes every unit who could struggle with key really good, so... randomly changes key spheres of a certain type other than int to int key spheres when there's another Super Saiyan or movie hero category ally in the same turn. Obviously, you want this because they get a lot from int key spheres. And then the final line here, launches an additional attack. It's a high chance of becoming a super attack for every 3 key spheres obtained. Up to 3 additional attacks on the turn, which means up to 9 key spheres. Again, this Rainbow Orb changing is going to help you out a lot with this. The nice thing, though, is that all this is going to do is boost your damage. That's all this is doing. This isn't going to help you defensively, other than just moving you through the fight faster so that this doesn't wear off. But, like, this isn't really going to do anything crazy for you. This is just kind of like a nice addition to have. Really, all you need to be shooting for with this unit is an 18 key, so... I'm interested to see how my World Tour goes for these guys. I'm excited to hop in. These are their links. We already kind of talked about their active skill, but it's good. All attacks become crits. You know, do damage, can be activated when all allies are Super Saiyans in the turn, starting from turn 3, or just on turn 6 for free. Very good link set. Solid categories. Wish they had Bond of Parent and Child. And then their best linking partners are just Super Saiyans. Surprise, surprise, right? So... let me know what you guys think about this unit. Let me know if you did summon and if you feel like you got value out of summoning. You know, because, you know, people will say like, oh, I got super lucky and I got like 8 LRs in my first multi. You know, like you may feel like you got away with it, but you may be somebody else who was like, oh, I went, you know, 500 stones expecting to get something good in double rates and I got shafted. So, excuse me again. Let me know, you know, how this all went for you guys. Let me know if you think I'm just insane. Again, I'm not sure where I'm landing on this unit, but in my mind, I am just like, this is another slot 2 unit in 2023. This is another slot 2. Like, I can't get that thought out of my head. That's all I'm thinking about when I'm using this unit. And they're definitely flashy. They're definitely solid, but I need to see them actually take some damage before I, you know, or not take some damage, but before I really start coming to a major conclusion with them. So we're going to wrap it up here. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.